right, so welcome to you. So you think you got problems? I'm Jeff Keller,
So you think you got problems? Not your story?
So you think you got problems? I'm Paul Antonio.
and
No,
today, so you think you got problems? Is
Problems. I'm Carol Newell.
That's right. And Ron Bush is not with us today because he glued a dick to his mouth and he can't get unstuck. So right now he's in emergency. So
Right. No, it's like a glue
get,
on
get
glue
well,
crime. He's
Ron.
got a dick in his mouth and he can't breathe through his nose, so they had to give him oxygen. They put balls on his face.
So get well. So Mike, what is Ron? What is Carol's problem today?
Carol, tell us your problem. Your problem is awesome. I love your problem.
Well, I was married for 22 years, and the last 10, he has refused to quit drinking and refused to get a job. And now he's at the point where he ends up in the hospital about once a year because he either falls or he can't walk or whatever. I mean, he's drinking large bottles of vodka like every 2 to 3 days. And I want to get a divorce. I've been asking for one for quite a while. And he doesn't want to, of course. And we own a house together. We have a kid that we had our guardians over who's going to be 18 in 2 years. And so I sort of kicked the ball down the field. And I'm like, when she turns 18, I'm out. But really, I'm kind of like in a quandary because I feel like if he lives that long, if he lives that long, once I do try to get a divorce, I'm going to have to pay alimony and some shit. So I'm not really enthusiastic about that.
Well, do you have life insurance on him?
Yes.
Good,
You
smart
kill his
lady.
ass.
Smart lady.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, how did you guys meet?
He was the brother of a girl that I worked with, ex-boyfriend. And
Now,
we
what
met
attracted you to him, Carol?
he was cute. He had blonde hair and blue eyes, and he was sweet, and he was nice, and he was kind of a rescuer, kind of guy. Like he wanted to, buy me stuff at Costco and come hang out, and we just sort of, hit it off instantly, basically.
Oh, you fell for the old Costco trick. Yes.
Paul, don't you fall for the Costco trick. You're a millennial. Don't you fucking do that, man. You're
just
a
got
young
my
boy.
membership card.
Don't you do that. So in the beginning, the first 10 years you said were actually really good, right?
Pretty good. I mean, like we dated for like 10 years, and then we got married, and then we were, together for another 10 years before he lost his job due to
So you've
drinking.
known this person for 30 years.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I've known him longer than I haven't known him.
Wow.
And
Damn.
I didn't plan to get divorced. I really, when I got married, my every intention was to be together forever, but I just can't take that shit anymore.
No, and go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Nothing. So what kind of a drunk is he? Like, is he abusive? And what when he drinks, how does he get?
Mostly he's not really abusive, but he does verbally. He's somewhat verbally abusive, but not unless he's provoked or whatever, I guess. But
Now, Carol, come on now. Provoke to be you just walking in the room. Let's be real.
And listen, I'll defend Carol to the end because I'm friends with her. She's like an angel from heaven. And
I
you
can
don't get
tell.
along with this woman, you got serious fucking problems. Because everybody, even people that hate each other, that know her, get along with her in a room. Like everybody can secretly hate each other, but when Carol's there, everybody's like, "Oh, Carol's so nice and shiny," and everybody's nice.
Yeah, no, you can see her. She got a great spirit. That's why when she said that, I was like, well, you can just walk in the room, meaning she's defending him. But I just think that he does get kind of angry at times, and
so sometimes it is unprovoked, but mostly he just gets to the point where he's completely inebriated, can't form sentences, just completely blotto, pretty much.
So what's behind the drinking? What do you think? What do you think's behind him wanting to drink? There's always something that causes somebody to do drugs and drink. What is it for him, do you think?
According to him, he's depressed, which, I mean, wouldn't you be if you lost your job due to your drinking and then couldn't get a job for 10 years? I think I'd be depressed too.
Mhm.
However, I mean, he's been to rehab. He went to freaking Betty Ford like
He
two
went to
years.
Betty
Damn.
Ford?
Yeah, fucking Betty Ford. And the day after he came home from Betty Ford, started drinking again.
All right, this is what you do. You take him to Maria Gonzalez's. Okay, she's got one of them centers, right? Where, hey, a week with Maria, he'll never drink again.
My alcohol doctor would probably beat the fuck out of him because my
Mm,
place is bad. So
mm.
you don't want to go back. Like Betty Ford's like nice and shit because you pay a lot of money to
Yeah.
go there.
His parents paid for that shit. That was freaking
Wow.
gang money.
Now, what did he do?
Damn.
What was his job?
Computer technician, cable guy.
Okay, all right. So he did okay, He was out there.
When I met him, he was gainfully employed, and it was that's part of the thing about the marriage was it's like we can do better together, and we make it happen. We buy a house, we can buy cars, whatever. And then 10 years in, he loses his job, and I'm stuck paying for everything. And I've been doing it by myself for over 10 years now, and it's like,
What?
if I'm going to do it by myself, I want to be by myself. I want to be able to go and get me some other guys.
Yeah, and Carol is very supportive
Wait,
of the black movement. That's
wait,
all
wait.
I'm gonna
Hold,
say.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Carol, say that again. You want to go get you some what? What
Some
you said?
other
Some.
guys.
You want
She
to get
said
some?
some. She
You
said
want
some.
to get some black dick? That's why I love Carol so much. Carol, she's an equal opportunity employer. She doesn't, she's like the UN. She's like an open opportunity here.
Yes.
So, Carol, what do you do?
I'm a customs broker for my day job, and then a comedian for my other
Oh,
not
a
day job.
custom broker. Now, what is that? What do you do?
We basically, everything that comes from another country has to go through customs before it gets to the store, and we facilitate that paperwork.
Oh, so you're a drug dealer.
No, mostly food, mostly tuna and fruit and stuff like that. Canned fruit, canned tuna.
Now, can you import animals? Like if I import a dog from another country, can you help me with that?
Yeah, I could. We don't specialize in that. I know a broker who does, but
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, Paul, what do you got? Any questions?
Yeah. So obviously you didn't drink that much when you guys first got together, but what was he still a moderate drinker? Did he still enjoy when you got
Drinking since he was 11, and yet he did drink when we got together, but it didn't affect him as much. Like he could handle his liquor at that time. And I mean, I grew up in an alcoholic family. Honestly, I come from a background that, like, I always have this joke, like I'm a white sheep in a black sheep family. So that's, yeah, totally true. I just really, I figured he's got a job and he's, making it happen, and it's not really that big of a problem. So, we went forward, and then his dad sold the company because he was working for his dad when we got married.
Oh.
Oh shit!
I was like, we're not having that. So bye.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Dad sold the company. Well, did he give him a piece of the company when he sold it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's why he started drinking.
paid for Betty
Well,
Ford?
I he was working for the other guy, which is a longtime family friend. So I'm pretty sure he had the best of intentions, but he just figured he would be able to keep up with his old tricks, and not so much.
So when did you become a fan of Black Lives Matter?
I've always been.
Carol, tell him, Carol, you're on my show. Be who you are, girl. You don't have to hold back shit with
My
us.
best friend in high school was half black, half white. So I've always been multiracially, inclined as far as like my friends and stuff like that. But I'd never slept with a black guy until about a year ago.
Oh, so you've cheated on your husband.
I didn't cheat. I told him. I
Oh,
told him, look, I was celibate for 10 years waiting for him to get his shit together. And I told him, I'm done waiting. I'm done. And so about a year ago, I was like, dude, I have needs, I have wants, and I intend to have them met. If you can't get your shit together, then you're not going to be the one meeting them. Bye.
Damn, see, that's why Carol's glowing so much. Like when you talk to her, you don't feel like she's in that situation. You're like, what? You don't seem like you have a husband like that. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And once Carol
Wow.
got a taste of black dick, it was over. She ain't never fucking coming back. She's done. White guys, you got no shot with my girl. It's over for you motherfuckers. She likes what black dick and her go together like ice cream and chocolate ice cream and apple pie.
It's more about the person, and for me, it's more about the person than the race or the gender. But I must admit, at least in my limited experience, the rumors are true.
Well, you know, butt and black both start with a B, so I'm just letting you know. It all goes together. Look at Carol. She's just glowing talking about it. Look at
Carol,
her.
yeah, that's what I love
Carol,
about her.
yeah.
She's excited. You just say the word black dick and she just lights up like a motherfucking Christmas tree. Black dick, Carol. Black dick. Black dick. I love that about you.
Yeah, you know who else lights up? You know who doesn't light up about that? Ron Bush. He doesn't light up. He don't like black dick.
No, he likes white dick.
He likes white dick.
Like as white as you, Carol. All his fucking boyfriends are racist and white and fucking nastier than fuck. He's disgusting.
Wow.
For me to blush, I'm barely fucking human. Come on, man. You got to work hard to creep me the fuck out. Jeff's pretty easy. Paul, he's a good kid. They're easy to creep out. Me, when he calls me up and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? That's never good, Carol. That's a step away from murder. You're about to commit a murder.
My territory. It's got to be bad.
You know me. It's fucking bad. But for you, in all seriousness, we got to get you out of this situation. We got to give you a plan here today, for reals, to really get the fuck out of this. Because number one, because I can tell you this, because I was a process server, because you have joint custody of your niece, I don't believe that a court will make you pay reverse alimony on two accounts in California. Number one, I don't think you make enough money to have to pay reverse alimony. That's the first thing. Second thing is you can prove in a courtroom that he was just negligent. Motherfucker didn't work for 10 years. You get a good lawyer, they're not going to bury him. What's going to happen is if you don't ask for any alimony and the judge hears that, you just want out, a lot of times they'll just let you out. He can try to sue you for reverse alimony. I don't believe he's going to get that. I don't even see. What do you think of that, Jeff? Because you have a degree in criminal law, right?
Yeah, actually, where she messed up is she's been taking care of him for 10 years, and that's why he'll get that. That's why he'll get the alimony, because they're married and she's been taking care of him. It's like if you was married and taking care of your wife and she's home cleaning, doing all that, you're gonna pay her alimony. It's the same situation. You don't have to though, but you're taking care of them. You're paying all the bills, right? You're paying the rent, the gas, the lights, you're buying the food, you're doing everything. You're taking care of them. So you get a divorce, you got to continue that. It sucks, but that's just the way it is.
What you could do, you could move to a convict state like Arizona, Texas, or Alaska, and just disappear, and they probably won't go after you. Because all my friends that have skipped out on alimony have moved to Texas, and none of them have been busted. So I'm just saying, you do what the fuck you want. If I was you and you were me, I'd tell you Alaska, Arizona, Texas. Bye-bye. See you later.
And I know what some brothers.
Here's the thing, though. I have a broker's license. I have to be upstanding citizen in order to continue that.
Oh, so it messes with your license. Yeah. That sucks. Well, let's figure this out now. How much do you make a year around?
About $70K.
So you probably pay him. That sucks. So you probably pay him about, I don't know, 25, 30. Because you guys been together about 20 years, right?
22.
Yeah.
23. Something like that.
Yeah. But then again, he might be a drunk and forget and not make it to the trial date. So he might be all,
That's extremely possible. He's not very he's not very responsible in that arena.
What you could do is your lawyer could subpoena him in, and if he doesn't show up, you would automatically win your case. You could go for that. Because I have a feeling, I hope I'm wrong, I don't think he's going to live that long. From what you're telling me with his drinking, I had a stepfather like that, and I drank like that, but I was a binge drinker. There comes a point where you just drink so much where if he's drinking every day, two things happen. If he doesn't continue drinking, he dies. If he suddenly stops, he can die. So if he doesn't get his shit together in the next 6 months with the way his health is, I don't believe he's going to live that long. I
Well, the
hope.
doctor said this time that, because, I mean, it's not the first time he's been to the hospital. He said he's got the body of a 70-year-old man.
Mm.
And how old is he now?
8.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, alcohol will do that to you. I mean, he sounds like he's really fighting some demons. It sounds like he's been fighting some demons for a long time. I mean, you
Now,
said he's been drinking.
Have you talked to his family, his parents? Are they still alive?
His dad is, and his aunt, and they're very involved as far as, like, when he's in the hospital and stuff like that. But on the day-to-day, not really. They've been supportive. Like I said, they paid for him to go to Betty Ford. His mom believed that if he would just go to Betty Ford, he'd be cured. And he was there for 3 weeks. He got sober. He got, he was walking and drinking and operating, pretty good. And the day after he got out, back to it.
Yeah, they didn't hear what his. Something must have happened to him when he was a kid, because he said he's been drinking since what, he's been 12 or something like that.
Yeah, 11 or 12.
Yeah, so something must have happened to him when he was a lot younger, and
Well,
he just.
we've been to outpatient and inpatient, and his dad and his uncle and his whole family were drinkers, like when he was that age, and he had older brothers that were drinkers, and they kind of, encouraged it. His
Wow.
brothers give him alcohol, and it was just let's party, and they did a lot of camping, off-roading, and stuff like that, and it was just always centered around alcohol. So he just kind of grew up in that environment, and that was their family dynamic the whole time.
Right. Yeah, definitely a lot of dark issues, but I think there's more going on than just that. I really do. I don't know what it is. I'm not there, but usually when people are drinking like that, that's the cover. But if we start digging deeper, that's what he don't want to get into, and that's why he drinks. He's masking that.
Especially if he was drinking while he was happy, drinking before he lost his job. It's one thing to start drinking after you lose your job, but if you're drinking while you're actually happy, there's something deep rooted for sure.
Well, yeah, and what it is too is he's at a point now with his addiction where it's basically overtaken his thought process. He can't function anymore. I've seen this shit a million times. He's at a point now where he just can't function. So what you can do when you want to end it in divorce, you got to bring all this to a lawyer. There's got to be a way, an out clause to kind of get you out. It depends on what judge you get. Jeff's right. You might have to pay, but you might not. If you get a soft judge and you show them the whole situation, they might just let you go free. What they might do is this: you might have to sell your house or something that you both owned, and then split that, and that might be the end of it right there. Because of the custody of the niece and all that other stuff and the alcoholism, they might let you out that way, which could be a good way for you. It could get you out and free. Because I have a feeling, Jeff's right technically, but I have a feeling if you get the right judge and you sell the house, they might just let you off of that, because it's really hard to get reverse alimony.
It's not reverse alimony though. It's not reverse alimony. Whoever the person is that's the caretaker taking care of somebody else is the one that has to pay. So it's not reverse alimony. She's just the breadwinner, right? You're just the breadwinner. Whether you're a man, woman, animal, you're the breadwinner. And so, but Mike is right on this aspect though. You can negotiate, say, hey, if I sell the house, I'll split it with you. If you don't ask for alimony, you can, Mike, you can do that. It's all about negotiations, huh?
I expect to have to sell the house and split that.
Yeah, but it's all about negotiations before you get to the judge, because the judge is going to have your lawyers work it out. This is the thing that's sad, and this is what happens most of the time. And I hope it doesn't happen to you, because you probably have to pay for your attorney and his attorney, right? And so what usually happens is you got to sell the house just to pay the attorney fees. So the attorneys make all the money, and you don't make anything.
So just buy him giant bottles of vodka and.
Hey, But you laugh, but that's how you negotiate, right? You negotiate with him, say, hey, I'll do this, this, and this if you don't ask for this, this, and that. Because if we do got to go to court, I got to pay for both attorneys. There'll be no money left because attorneys will get it all.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime I've asked him for the divorce, he's like, no, we don't have to do that, blah blah blah, And I've even gone so far, within the last year, I've been like, if you want to just let me do what I want to do, and you want to just keep living here and be taken care of, then just let me do what I want to do. Don't ask any questions, and we'll just do it like that.
And what did he say?
He didn't say anything.
I
Now,
take that.
does he know that you have a pipeline? You have side squeeze?
I'm pretty sure he knows. I mean, I'm not there a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever talked to you when you've been home. Like I don't think you've ever been home. Like you're smart. Like you're escaping that shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't throw away your pipelines. Fuck that shit.
She got a pipeline? That's what she called them? The Pipe Layers Club?
I call it the pipeline. She's a player. Carol don't fucking mess around.
That's
Paul, what's
crazy.
your opinion on this thing? You're young. You've never been married, right?
Yeah,
Agree?
never been married. I don't know. I mean, I think as long as there's an understanding. Now the new age thing there's all these different types of relationships and what things are, open relationships and all this stuff. I think if you have an understanding and it's not too big of a burden, although it seems like it is a big burden, and you could continue like this, and maybe you wait it out until at least you say your niece, right, turns 18.
Yeah,
If you can
I'm
wait it
for
out.
sure gonna wait till she's 18 because I don't want to deal with CPS.
Yeah.
So when she's 18, then they're out of my hair, and that is my, at least for now, that's my plan, is to get out when she turns 18. But I mean, he might not make it. He might not make it that long.
That's true, but also we didn't think Trump was going to make it, and he's been
Right.
kicking around. So you can never
Now,
bank too
now
much.
Go ahead,
what
man.
was it? If he doesn't make it, Carol, right? How much do you get? You get life insurance, right?
I don't know, like 100,000 or something. I don't know.
Oh, girl. Anything can happen. People can fall and
Trying to get the house.
and drown and fall down steps and fly out windows and get hit by cars. Shit happens in Long Beach, man.
Or sleep with the pool boy. There's all kinds of things that can go on.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You could get caught. You could get drunk and get caught with like Ron Bush dick in his mouth and then use that shit against him. Ron bangs him out, and then we use it as extortion. Shit happens. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not telling you to. I'm just saying things happen in life.
I think y'all should role play. That's what I think. I think y'all should role play. I think you should have a brother come over and clean the pool, and you should go ahead and just wear it out, and he could sit there and act like Jerry Falwell Jr. and just watch the whole damn thing.
Turn him into a cuck.
Yeah, there you go. So you got it. You got it.
You get it. I think by the third cock, he might just give in and just fucking leave his premises. You know what I mean?
Or it might drive him to stop drinking.
Right? You might cure him. You might see that giant black dick and just cures his fucking alcoholism forever.
Yeah. Now it is crazy that you said you were 10 years celibate. Now obviously he was 10 years celibate as well, right? Where's he getting his fixins?
Not getting nothing.
No,
Drinking.
but you're talking about like not even like, is he having like a porn addiction or something? Is he sexual at all? Like have any sexual?
Oh, he is. I mean, well, not that I'm aware of.
Mhm.
Not that I'm aware of. He does
You're
have
not
a.
get-
So who knows? He might be watching porn, but I doubt it.
You're not getting any hamster deals?
He has an OnlyFans. Does he have an OnlyFans?
Maybe he likes midgets and dwarfs, Carol. Maybe he's just fucking little people or some shit.
They're easier to hide.
Lays in bed and drinks, and that's pretty much all he does. Makes it to the bathroom, hopefully. He's had issues. He had diverticulitis and had like $1 million worth of surgery, and that was
No.
Yeah.
Who paid for that surgery? What kind of surgery is for $1 million?
Four surgeries, 2 months in the hospital, and he had to have an ileostomy bag, and then he had a blockage in his, I don't know, upper intestine, whatever that one is.
Ugh.
Yeah, he went to the hospital and they did like a major surgery. It saved his life. And then he was in the hospital for 2 months. And I told him then, I was like, dude, you can never drink again. Really, you can't. This is just, this is major shit, right? Didn't listen. Started drinking again. Went to the
He's
hospital.
drinking with a colostomy bag. Does he still have the bag?
No, they were able to take it off and put him back together, but he still has issues. You know what I mean? Like he, yeah, he needs to
We
be.
actually,
He needs to be independent.
we actually probably got somebody that he'd be a perfect mate for. She was a hoarder. She never leaves the house. She's an alcoholic.
Perfect.
Yeah, we can't say her name on here because we got in trouble already. We're in trouble right now. But
She doesn't make it to the bathroom all the
whole
times
thing.
either.
No, she doesn't either.
She shits all over
Perfect.
the house like an animal, like a fucking
Yeah,
animal.
that'd be
And-
perfect for you.
And she's got money.
And
Nice.
she got some change, man.
Yeah, she'll take care of them.
They could be soul shitters together, like all fucked up and just fuck up the house, and they could be perfect.
Yeah, she's like 30, looks 109. This would be perfect.
She's like 60, but she looks like she's about 147, like an old turtle with AIDS, just all fucked up and shit.
Yeah, he looks terrible. I don't know. Can I share on here? I could show you a picture of him.
Show us a
Okay.
picture, yeah.
Okay, let me click this on.
Paul will take care of this shit.
There you go.
That's you.
Where's the thing? I don't even see it. Where's the share thing? Oh, there it goes. Okay, share.
He must have sent it to one of his other honeys. I think I saw.
Yeah.
I think I saw him on Black People Meet.
Oh man, he's a fucking mess.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's dead.
Pretty much.
Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
That's,
did he take that picture?
I took that picture.
I was gonna say that's a weird time for a
He
selfie.
took a selfie.
That's the
No,
selfie we're sending.
He had to put that on his.
He's 147.
He had to put that on his Instagram account, his IG. What's up, girls?
Hashtag
Boy,
better
boy,
days
boy.
ahead.
Boy's on his way back.
He fell off the
He's
toilet
making-
because he had low blood pressure and from drinking. And then they took him to the hospital and he was intubated and sedated for like a week. And then I guess they stopped sedating him, but he wasn't able to really speak or function or whatever. So he wouldn't even like really wake up. If they nudged him, he'd open his eyes, but he wouldn't respond. So then they moved.
So is he still in the hospital now, Carol?
Mhm.
And how long is he supposed to stay for?
Until he can function, I guess. I don't know. Like right now, they're trying to. He had a swallow test and he didn't pass it. He has to be able to swallow so that he can eat food and even if it's just soft food without choking. So they're hoping that he can do that maybe in a couple more days, and then he'll be able to be transferred to like a nursing home. And then
So he might not even come back to the house.
he did the same thing like a year ago. So, and he made it, a year and a half ago about, and he made it back. So I don't know. I think he'll make it back this time, but maybe not next time. I don't know.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, this is what alcohol will do to you people.
Dude, I like you said that though, because that's right. Alcohol can ruin your life and the person that you're with.
Yep. So we'll see if he makes it over the next 2 years. If he makes it, then I gotta, do something, because I can't just keep doing this. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. I would work something out with him. I'm sure I'd work out some type of thing with him.
Now, have you talked to his family and told them you want out?
I have not told them that I want out, and I haven't told them, our current arrangement. I don't really. I mean, I told his cousin, but not his parents, obviously. No.
No, I wouldn't tell them the arrangement, but I think they need to know the severity of the situation. Like it's bad. This is bad. Like you
They're
know.
aware. They're aware that his drinking is bad. Trust me, they are fully aware of that. Yeah.
They
And
got to know that you're not happy.
they've been very helpful. They've been out to the house and talked to him and said, you got to stop this. You got to, get straight. You got to do this, that, the other. I mean, they obviously care. They paid for the Betty Ford, so they know that it's bad. They're fully aware.
What do you want to do at the end of the day? What do you want to do?
I want to have my freedom. That's what I really want.
You want what?
I want to have my freedom to, meet somebody else. And I'm still, I'm not that old. I feel like I still have a lot of good time left, and I want to meet somebody else that wants to be with me, that wants to have a life with me, that wants to contribute, that wants to, work together, the whole thing. And I can't do that while I'm still married. It's very hard to meet guys who are willing to meet you when you're married. I mean, it's possible. Trust me, it's possible, but
Oh, you've done pretty well for yourself, kid.
It's not a great foundation to build a relationship on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So your arrangements on the side, do you have people that you regularly see, or is it just like a once in a? Oh, okay.
Well, do you have a starting rotation or just relievers?
I got a couple regular.
Couple regular clients.
Yeah.
Are any of them? Do you see it getting serious with any of them, or are they just your boy toys?
Well, they would like it too.
Oh,
Multiple, or because that might be an issue down the road as well.
she said they. She
You
said
should
they.
have them fight for your love, Carol. I know who they are. You should have them shank it out. Fucking stab each other and knife it out. Like they need to. Like old school shit for your love, Carol.
Yeah, they would like it if it was more serious. At least a couple. Yeah.
Wow, you're in a tough situation. You got to make some decisions. You know what you may want. Well, you know what you may want. You know what you may want to do is start with a separation.
Yeah. Would that affect his insurance? Because he's on
No,
my insurance,
because you guys are still married.
right?
You would just be separated. You still have to pay for everything. You just would just be separated, and maybe
Well, he's admitted that we're separated, so he said that to
See,
me.
but you're still physically taking care of him, though, right?
Yeah, we're still cohabitating.
See, this is the thing. I really believe if you left, you were just non-existent there, which you're almost like that now anyway. He probably wouldn't be able to survive. I'm not saying to do that, but if you did, that might speed up your process exponentially. So you know what I'm saying? Like if you just don't show up one day and motherfucker can't breathe or eat or move, you're fucking owed. You fucked up. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Paul Verdugo, young buck?
I think that's sinister. That's almost like saying, rat poison's a good accelerant.
I didn't say any of that shit. I just said if you don't cohabitate, he might not live past Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to say, as Ron Bush would say at this time, all of us do not agree with the point of views of Mike Muratori.
Yeah, don't listen to anything I say, Carol, because it's just hearsay. But you do what you feel is best.
Well, I'm not heartless or anything. I
You've been together for a long time. You still care about him in some ways.
yeah, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't still be there if I didn't, feel like, I owe him something, but I don't owe him my
Your life. Oh, she's At the end of the day,
What
it's
did you
all
say,
about
Carol?
it's all about the Putinanny. It's at the end of the day.
You don't owe him any. Hey,
Now,
Hey,
is it
okay, here's
possible?
go ahead, Paul. Go
I
ahead.
would say, is it possible? Although it sounds very pathetic, but is it possible that he can move back in with either his dad or his aunt?
I was thinking the same thing.
They actually had his brother living with them for quite some time, and they literally sold the house and moved to another city, like very far away, and bought him his own house just to get rid of him. So
Wait,
no.
wait, hold up. That's a great plan.
Man, I want to be married. I
That's
want to be related to these white people. Jesus
that's a
Christ.
great
They're
plan.
some house buying motherfuckers.
Buy me a house to get rid of me? Oh my God.
That's like a
That's
dream come
genius.
true, motherfucker. Hook me up.
Yeah, they pay his fucking mortgage too.
That's
Really,
the
these are
between
some
white
rich ass
people and
white
black
folks.
people right there. That's the big difference.
They moved out to Palm Desert area and from Hawthorne, and bought the other brother a house of his own, like it's a condo or whatever, but still, and they're paying
Yeah.
for it just to get rid of him so they could have their own place without him. So no, they're not.
Damn. I want to be part of that family, Carol Newell.
Yeah, and that's
I'll
the
make-
other thing too. I think that they would pay for his attorney just to fuck him.
No, but you know what though? Yeah. I mean, I would appreciate that though if I was you. Because if they didn't, you'd have to do it.
Yeah, because the thing is, if they pay, I don't listen. I've served enough people to know I don't believe the judge is going to be fucking evil with you, male or female. They're going to tell you what Jeff said. They're going to try to really have you guys negotiate it out because you took care of them. There's no malice. You're honorable. You paid for everything. You everything goes into play, like the fact that you adopted the niece and all this shit. I just don't believe they're going to bury you financially. I don't see that. They'll come up with something. Or, like I said, people fall off shit all the time, Carol. People get hit by cars all the time, Carol. People fall down steps, Carol. People just don't wake up from a deep sleep, Carol.
The
Drown in their
advice,
pool, Carol.
the advice given on this show is for pure entertainment.
It's for
value.
entertainment only, people.
Only.
None of this serious shit. Paul Verdugo, what do you think of Carol's situation? Paul Verdugo, if you're ever in this situation and you're making money with us, we'll take care of that shit. People just happen to just go to other countries and never come back. But it's for entertainment purposes only.
Mike Muratori, the entertainment purposes only serial killer of comedy.
Listen, yeah, just because you fell down the steps doesn't mean I don't love you by Mike M. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people need to fall down steps. It's like a yoga exercise. Why are you crying? I just taped your mouth shut. And I sewed it shut like Centipede by Mike M. Why you gotta fucking cry? I just glued your eyelids shut by Mike M. Why you gotta hate me? I turned you into a human cocoon by Mike M. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
I break out my retard strength on you by Mike M. I'm a lot stronger than I look. I get a hold of you. It's like a chimpanzee ripping your face off. It just shit happens.
Or you could break out the
Sometimes people need to have their faces
sledgehammer.
removed.
Break out the sledgehammer and the wood block like Kathy Bates.
Oh, that shit's getting my dick hard. We can't talk about a sledgehammer and wood
Lord.
block right now.
What I would do, Carol, if I was you, I would talk to attorney and see what they say.
Because I think you got to, Carol, you haven't talked to anybody yet. I think you really have a good case, like for reals. It looks bleak on paper, but see, the thing is, judges take everything into account and they just look at facts. It's like our friend's going through some shit right now that was on the show. They just look at the facts of what's really going down. You know what I'm saying? So it's the kind of thing, I think you got a shot with this. I think they're going to make you sell the house. That's my vibe. I think they're going to make you sell the house, split it, and that's going to be the fucking end of it.
Yeah, that's for sure. They're gonna have to sell the house.
Yeah,
for sure.
but if they do it like child support, it's a formula, and they tag the numbers into the formula, and that's how they come out with how much you got to pay.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, if you hang on to her for another 2 years, that's wiped out. Then it's just between you and him.
Yeah, and I don't want to deal with CPS, so I
don't blame you. No, my mother's dealing with it right now with my nieces. It's a fucking nightmare.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, how does he get his booze if he just stays in bed?
And if he ain't got no money, he ain't got no money.
Why don't you just glue him to the bed, Carol?
we have a joint account, and we get child support for the kid,
Oh, that's
and
right.
money from the kid goes into that joint account. He also gets a couple other things that he gets paid for. He has a storage unit that his friend pays for. So the joint account, he gets money out of that, and then I mean all our stuff's commingled, like
Now,
he
Jeff,
has
I got a question. You
credit
know
card.
better than I would with her,
Oh,
with
he,
Carol.
he orders it online and has it delivered, which is good actually because he used to drive and go get the booze and then
Woo.
have to worry about the DUIs. So now at
Yeah.
least it's getting delivered to the house and I don't have to worry about DUIs.
Now, if she's separated, can she separate her accounts?
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
It makes you not financially responsible for his shit, basically, at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
But
would say talk to a lawyer, Carol. Maybe you can just separate your accounts, and then you can glue them to the bed with electrical tape, and then he can't move to just
right, but
drink.
she can't. What she can't do though is because they're both responsible for the kid. So she can't just take that money because that's both their money.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't bring it up as an issue because then
Right.
CPS would get involved with you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah. Basically, when they gave her to us, they're like, "Don't ever come back because we'll just cut that shit right off."
Now,
I was like,
is there a social worker that visits your niece? No.
What? No. How long have you had her?
10 years.
Well, that's probably why.
Now you get money from the state for her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my mother gets too for my two nieces. It's crazy.
Kin gap.
Gotta
Yeah,
have
my brother's a horrible parent too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just think that it has to have in the house for them to have her.
What if you replace his booze with water?
I've done that.
Oh yeah, have you done that?
Watered it down quite a lot.
Really?
It really doesn't stop him.
He's
I think
just
you
drinking
should-
four
I
bottles
think
of vodka instead of two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe glue the vodka bottle to his hand so he can't, and then glue the bottles to the wall. I'm trying to help you, and then maybe fill the vodka bottles with gasoline, perhaps, because he likes really strong drinks.
Oh Lord. What you can do though, which would be kind of wild, would kind of be funny actually, is when you take the top off, kind of cut a little bit off so when he pours, it don't go in his mouth, it goes on his chest. So every time he drinks, it just spills on himself. Now that could be hilarious. That could be funny.
So does he just drink it right out of the bottle?
No, usually in a glass with ice. Maybe if we're like a Gatorade mixer.
Oh, so he uses ice.
Yeah, or he used to like to do a protein drink with vodka.
Oh
Protein
my
drink.
God! What the fuck is wrong with him?
He's creative. I'm starting to like this guy.
A
Gatorade,
protein
protein
drink with
drink?
vodka?
He getting his vodka with his healthy drink.
You
Come
know
on,
what? I'm gonna go ahead and say that one of my go-to drinks, comedy drinks, was Tito's and Gatorade for sure.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
That's
wrong
like
with you
Sacco
people?
vodka back in the day.
Cool Blue, you got to get the Cool Blue. That's the only one that works, and you got to have it really cold.
And what do you drink it with?
You just drink Cool Blue, Gatorade, and Tito's vodka mixed in the same container. But then I take it into
pretty good.
And I take it into comedy clubs or wherever. They just think I have Gatorade because nobody mixes alcohol with Gatorade.
See, Paul Verdugo just admitted he's an alcoholic. Go Paul.
Yeah, there you go. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with him. I'm in the bed next to him. Like, yes.
You know your future.
Yeah, no, that's just because I didn't want to pay $8 for who pays $12 for a Jack and Coke.
Fucking ridiculous.
Not I.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, Carol, you got to get yourself a good lawyer and negotiate this shit out.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling he ain't gonna make it 2 years. There's no fucking way. I mean, I hope not for your sake, but from what you're telling me, one more round and
He
I
looked
think that'll be the
he
end.
looked
But I had
good.
a
He looked good laying there. I thought he looked pretty good laying there, didn't he, Paul?
no, he didn't. He looked like a dead turtle. He did not look good. He looked like a catatonic white turtle. He was like this.
he did. He did kind of look like a Halloween
These-
cadaver, just a
Yeah,
little
these
bit.
are the fucking oxygen
Really,
things.
that's like 10 years ago. It's such a huge difference.
And that picture was 10 years old.
No, that's from like 2 days ago. But let me show you what he looked like 10 years ago.
Oh,
Because he kind of did look like Rumpelstiltskin a little bit in that picture.
He was fucking done in that picture. He was kissing the devil's mouth.
he looked like Charlie's grandfather in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He looked good.
He looked terrible.
Y'all just hating.
Like
Yeah.
10 years ago.
What?
Let me see.
What? Hold on. I gotta put my glasses on for this one.
Oh, he looks completely fucking different.
That was 10 years ago?
It kind of looks
Yeah.
like Paul Giamatti a little bit, huh?
Where were you guys at?
Catalina.
Catalina, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You were still in love then.
Yeah. Maybe 15 years ago, but still, yeah, a long time ago.
See, now he looks like his great grandfather in the picture you showed me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's really aged.
He looks older than his dad, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. He's in worse shape than his dad. His dad is like 80, 81 or 82 and still, kicking. He ran a marathon like 5 years ago.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Carol, I can call the Grim Reaper and ask him when if you want. I can contact the Grim Reaper with my Ouija board. I can grab it right now. Do you want me to call? I can talk to him and be like, hey, Carol needs some help. She's a good person. When are you taking this motherfucker? He needs to go, man. Do I have to eat a baby head or do I have to do something to kind of speed it up? We've had these agreements before. What's it going to take? I did it for my stepfather. I had to speed that shit up. He's gone now with you. I might have to do this for Carol too, because I'm going to be down there anyway. So I can do this shit for you, Carol. I can speed shit up.
Mm.
No glue.
Honestly, I hadn't called if I hadn't taken him to the hospital when he had that diverticulitis, he would have died.
Well, maybe next time you got to forget to take his ass. That's all I'm saying. Entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only.
You don't forget to take him. You just take the long way. You just take the streets.
Paul's right. You just go like the long way. Here's Long Beach, and you go around through San Pedro, down to Orange County, up to San Pedro again,
And
to
maybe
Long Beach.
maybe take a tour.
Traffic accident.
Take a tour of the peninsula right there, the Long Beach
Right.
Peninsula.
Palos Verdes, around and down to Long Beach.
Yeah.
That could speed some shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's for entertainment purposes only, people. I'm not saying anything that's negative. I'm just suggesting things that can happen in a fictional world, not in a non-fiction world, in a fictional world.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, don't you shake your fucking head. You
sorry,
secretly
Jeff.
like when I act out.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm the bad one in this fucking. Like, Jeff's the normal one, right? He's like the fucking anchor. Paul's like the nice kid. Ron is just the opposite. We're the same, but just on the opposite side of the coin, just fucked up. So, Carol, that's what you got to do to sum this shit up, because I love you. You got to get a lawyer. You got to talk to a lawyer, like a good divorce attorney, and see what you can really do. And I think you do that, I think you got a shot. I think they're going to negotiate it down. I think you're just going to have to sell the house. That's my vibe. But you got to get and legally separate and get all your money away from him, just except for like the child support and whatever legally you have to keep together. I think that would help you too. What's your opinion on this, Jeff?
Yeah, I would say talk to an attorney, see what they say. But definitely, you guys will negotiate. You'll have to pay some type of alimony, and they'll have you split the house. So they'll have you sell and split the house. I would say though, just don't get caught up in long negotiations with attorneys. because all that money we used to get for selling the house will go to the attorneys, which,
Exactly.
which is sad.
And from now on, Carol, you're never gonna get married again. You're gonna have a pet. You're gonna have multiple black guy pets, and you're gonna just be like a round robin, like a black rotisserie of dick, and you're just gonna pick one every day, and they're gonna show up. And I've met some of her boyfriends. They're quite entertaining, baby. Rape isn't what I am; it's what I do, baby. You are looking white-alicious, El Nana girl. You know I want to get with you. Come and pick me up in Victorville, which is near Saturn, which is near Uranus. And we'll party for the weekend, girl. It's going to be dope, bitch. It's going to be dope. He was in the back of the car when I was telling jokes and he was laughing his ass off. He was behind me. And she's like, just say the joke. I'm like, rape isn't what I am, baby. It's what I do. I'm going to shank all these comedians for my love for you, baby. Little shanker, motherfucker. You going to love it.
This is what I
Why are
put
you
up with
shaking your
everything.
head, Paul and Jeff? You know it's true. Paul's in love with some chick that's hot, but she looks like a lesbian, but she's hot, and she lives in the desert, and they visit. It's all this weird fucking little love shit, like young love.
She doesn't look like a lesbian. She had a flannel on. I was talking about her flannel. I bring it up to her all the time. I tell her, I said, when we first met, you were wearing a flannel. I wasn't sure.
She was like a lumberjack.
Hey, well, she got her log.
You cured her. You cured her of her gayness. You nailed it with your chalupa.
This is what I gotta put up with every week. Every week. Carol, this is here every week.
They gotta
Every
put up,
week.
and see, usually it's Ron too, so us two together, it's never fucking good.
Jeff's really going.
It's just so fucking crazy when he's here too. Like Paul's pretty normal. Like it just gets fucking wackadoo. It's like, whoa.
Oh my goodness.
So what do you see yourself doing, Carol? What do you think you're gonna do?
Well, I'm afraid to talk to an attorney. I think it's going to cost a lot of money. So I'm just going to wait 2 years until the kid turns 18. And then if he makes it till that time, I guess negotiate as far as what he wants to do. Because, I mean, obviously I don't want to keep living with him. And
You know what you could do, Carol, which is cheaper, and Jeff, tell me if I'm wrong. You could talk to a paralegal, and they're very cheap.
Mhm.
They're like the whole session might be $50 because they know enough about the law where they could guide you in a direction. Try that first.
Okay.
Paralegals are cheap, and they know a lot about the law. Like they're not lawyers, they're not licensed, but they do bankruptcies, they do divorce papers, they do shit like that. But you can ask for advice. You can go to like legal places. Well, they'll talk to you and see what somebody says because I think this is a negotiable thing.
Yeah.
I have two friends that are lawyers, but they're not divorce attorneys. One does immigration law, and the other one, he does finance.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's probably worth it just for peace of mind, just for your
Yeah,
own stuff.
paralegals aren't expensive. Because I had years ago, my mother caused me, she's a fucking nightmare, caused me to have bankruptcy. And I paid for a lawyer was going to do it. It would have been like fucking $5,000. My paralegal friend did it. It was $300. And it stuck. The paperwork
I
was
tried to
perfect.
talk to him and see, why don't we just do an amicable agreement divorce? And he doesn't want to cooperate. So
No, that's why. No, tell the paralegal that who might hook you up with a lawyer or recommend somebody that's, maybe they go pro bono if they think they can make money out of it. They might just do it that way.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of unfit as a husband for the last 10 years. He was kind of non-existent. So you might better use that against him in a way legally where you're not ripping him off. You're just trying to get out of the whole situation.
Yeah.
right.
And you're literally his drink ticket.
You are his drink ticket. Very funny, Paul. You are his drink ticket.
Well, he don't want to leave. He don't want
Drink himself
closing
to death.
time.
You know what I
He
mean?
doesn't want closing time. That's what it is.
Just sell the house and then he can use all that money to buy booze.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
usually happens.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it that far, Carol. I mean, I don't know. From what you're telling me, man, I've been in rehab 6 fucking times. I don't know. I
Or
was a
here,
binger.
alternately, what you do is you just stock the house filled with booze, and if he drinks it, he drinks it.
You, Carol, that's the wisest thing Paul has ever said. That is a brilliant analogy, Verdugo. Maybe
Again,
just
this show is for entertainment purposes
for
only.
entertainment purposes only. This is fiction. This is not nonfiction. This is fiction. But Carol,
Not
you know,
to take
in this
serious.
mystical story you're writing, maybe the whole house is just filled with alcohol in every corner of the house.
Mm. Yeah, just stock up.
Just stock up, Carol. You know what you need to do, girl.
Use that Costco membership.
Yeah, max that shit out, girl.
It's got that black card, you know.
Go to Costco, buy the giant bottles of vodka. All good,
You get a giant bottle for like $6.
right? And a case of Gatorade.
Or like you get him a protein drink and then, you know, it might clog up his intestines and he just never fucking goes to the bathroom. It might just be perfect.
Mm.
Fiction, people. Entertainment purposes only. Entertainment. Remember that. Remember.
Mhm.
All right, Carol, you've been an amazing guest. I hope we were able to help you. Jeff, close us out.
Yes, Carol, we love you. I hope your adventures of looking for a black pipe delay continues. And if you, Carol, where can they find you? If the black pipe is looking for you, where can they find you?
On Insta and Facebook at the world's best laugh. The world's best laugh.
There you go. I'm Jeff Kelly. You can find me at Instagram and Twitter. My mom's white. And on Facebook, it is Jeffrey Keller. And please DM me if you want to be on the show, if you got any questions. Mike?
You can find me at serialkillerofcomedy.com, Serial Killer of Comedy on Instagram, at Midget Demon on Twitter, Mike Muratori on Facebook. If you want to do the show, if you want to get a hold of Carol and you have black dick, you can contact us and we can just pimp you out for a price. You let us know. Black guys that like white woman, you let us know. Paul, where can we find you?
You can find me at the Paul Antonio on all social media, and it was a pleasure filling in for Ron Bush.
Love the Dodger shirt. They didn't play tonight and standing up for Black Lives Matter. That's awesome. All right, so this is Jeff Keller. So you think you got problems?
Mike Muratori, so you think you got problems?
Paul Antonio, so you think you got problems?
And Carol Newell. So you think you got problems?
That's true, girl.
All right, y'all. We'll see you until the next episode. 2 fingers.